Yeah, ISI have done a complete overhaul and review of our systems that we had in place, right through from basic monitoring and evaluation of our initiatives, of our overseas projects, of our development workers. And based on the review, we contracted in external consultants, experts in the field, to be able to help us develop systems. So we developed two tools, an impact assessment framework and an organisational assessment tool, both of which will become cornerstones of the way that we work in the future. And we conducted wide consultation in the development of those two tools. The main reason we do this is to demonstrate that we're actually having a positive impact on the ground in the countries that we work in with beneficiaries that we work with, so that we can show that we're actually contributing to poverty alleviation and to reducing oppression with people that we work with, mainly people with disabilities in West Africa and South America. Secondly, it's very important for us to create a learning culture within our organisation, so that we can ensure that everybody within the organisation, right through from management to overseas staff and our development workers who are located within partner organisations, realise and understand the importance of impact assessment to ensure that we are being developmentally effective. So without a doubt, the learning culture is a very strong aspect, and not just for us, but also for our overseas partner organisations. And I think that's a very strong argument to develop good, clear impact assessment tools, so that our partner organisations themselves can learn, and they themselves can understand the progress, and they can share their stories and their successes with their own stakeholders, their own donors beyond international service. And that's a very important aspect for us also. We've certainly seen some very clear results, particularly with the organisational self-assessment tool, which we've conducted with all of our 70 partners in 5 countries. So we can now see that some of them, for example, have improved their internal capacities, whether that be in terms of governance or in terms of financial management or in terms of their fundraising capacities. We can demonstrably show that they have improved their capacity, and we have qualitative and quantitative information to be able to show that. What we still have to do is to be able to match that with beneficiary stories who have been impacted by that increased capacity by our partner organisations. But certainly there is a number of cases where we can demonstrate change. I think for us it was vital to be able to contract in external consultants who are experts in the field, being able to have that independent eye who can review our systems and be constructively critical of the way that we were working was hugely important, but also that they could bring to the table experiences from other organisations. So we consulted through them with a host of organisations, right through from the OECD DAC group to the Aga Khan Foundation and Tier Fund, and we learned from their lessons. So we weren't reinventing the wheel, and I think that's important, that if an organisation wants to conduct or develop an in-depth impact assessment framework, do a comprehensive review, and on that basis then develop a framework that's tailored to their needs. For donors, there's no doubt that we can demonstrate to them how their money is being put to good use at different levels, and one is through our intermediaries, who are our partner organisations. So we can demonstrate to them that their investment is being used to provide quality training in management capacities, but beyond that, certainly that we can demonstrate through this system that beneficiaries have benefited. So, for example, a young girl who has recently accessed a wheelchair and also training in sewing, and now she's able to leave her house and she can lead a full life, and thanks to this system that we've developed, we can tell her story. And I think it's important for donors that they can tell our story in turn.